Hey, what is up, everybody? It is June with Ray Signs, and today I got a good episode for you guys. We are going to be doing a half wrap on this live session today. So, what we're going to be doing is basically we are doing a design, half wrap design for a truck, and I'm going to show you kind of my process from start to finish, hopefully. Typically, I do 3 design renders. So I'm going to try to focus on one, and I'll kind of show you my workflow. That way, you guys get a better idea of how we do these wrap designs and where we come up with the ideas. And this session is mainly about how to come up with a concept and how to follow through with that concept and execute it. So we're just going to go ahead and hop right into our main screen here, where I can show you guys all the little details of what we're doing. So that's that. This is my little design that I've already kind of started off with, and it's going to be for one of our clients, American Eagle Roofing. They've actually already got some lettering done on this truck, so that lettering will be removed, and then we're going to go ahead and upgrade their setup with a half wrap. So give me 1 second. I just want to verify that my sound and everything is good here on stream before I kind of keep going. So give me one moment. All right, looks like we're good. Looks like we're good. We are getting all green lights on that. So let's just go ahead, hop in here, and get started with this. So first thing I want to talk about is, oops, sorry guys. Let me close out this screen. I have a really wide monitor. So when you have that wide of a monitor, little things tend to get shifted crazily. So I'm going to put my Streamlabs. I'll put you over here, so you don't have to worry about that. All right, so we got a good angle on this, right? Okay, cool. All right, so what we're gonna do is kind of discuss it. So what we're doing is a Toyota Tundra truck, and this is for a roofing company. Their main colors, and I'll kind of, the way I do it is, first thing is the template. Gotta get the template. Gotta get a 2D template. Sometimes I will do like a 3D render. Not in this case particularly. I don't think it's necessary to do a 3D render in this one, but because we're kind of in the beginning stages. Once we get a little more advanced, when we get towards the final stage, then we'll do it. And I actually have 2 more apps that are going to be going out this month, which is going to be a pool, like a pool truck. So it's like another truck. It's a Ram truck for a pool company. So we'll be doing that one as well. So stick around to get more information on when we'll do that live session. And then we're also going to be doing a food truck wrap. So that is a lot more intense. Both of those are full wraps. So they require a lot more attention as far as like the design goes, because there's a lot more area to cover. So I hope you guys stick around, and definitely, let me fix the camera real quick. Definitely subscribe so you guys get access to that information and know exactly when we go live. So anyway, this is a Tundra, and my template here, if you don't know, I try to get my templates from badwrap.com. If you have not used them before, this is where you could get some good solid templates. This is the type of style of template I like, and I've been using them for a lot of projects. They don't have every single model, make, year, and everything, but when they do have it, I lean towards these because I like the way it shows some of these 3D elements, like some of these indents and stuff. Yeah, so here is what I basically like to do. I kind of go to the company's website, get a little feel for it, build myself a little mood board, and then I'm gonna go and Google up some truck wrap ideas, just because every wrap is a little bit different, and I don't like doing a very generic style. So I like having like a nice pool to pick and choose from, and kind of something that actually fits that company. I like this. Let me show you guys a little bit better. I like this like use of the space. It's not basic, looks cool. So I might lean towards something like that. I'm still not sure. This logo is a little bit difficult to work with, as far as like the spacing and stuff like that. So we'll see what I can come up with. It's just a little difficult of a logo to work. So, because it has to go a particular direction. So I'll show you guys some information there. Okay, cool. All right, cool. All right, so basically, right now the colors of the company are obviously blue, red. The truck itself is a black truck, and I always keep some pictures. And let me pull up my pictures real quick. So I always kind of keep some pictures around of the actual vehicle. That way I can actually see what they got going on, because this one's a little bit special. Um, like it's a little bit different than the one on the actual photo template. So kind of have to keep that in mind. The template just kind of helps me do the setup and get the idea done, but this will be interesting. Like these little panels here, can't really do much with those. They just, it wouldn't work if I threw a wrap on there. So I'm going to try to avoid those, like my life depends on it, and try to keep the wrap somewhere in this area. So I don't know if this is even going to work, this design, now that I'm looking at it. But anyway, so I was just kind of messing around, goofing around, and came up with these two things. They're not finished or primed or anything like that. Like I said, there is that area, so we're going to try to avoid that. And I want something here in the middle. I want it to pop out in the middle some way. So I might just move this like that. Might just roof like that. Somewhere across the middle like that. And like I said, we're just going to dive right into it. I'm not going to try to spend a lot of time on this. I'm just trying to get the basics done for you guys. But the main thing here is the process in which we do things, which is always having some kind of mood board, some kind of something to kind of guide us in the direction of like the artwork that we want to create. So I'm just doing that number and that number. I've seen some other cool designs, which I might imitate in this one. And this is what I do. I kind of go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until I get the right setup. Okay. I want a cool effect, but I'm just going to try to do a classical setup here and see what we get. I'm going to try to keep it as simple as possible to start off with, and then we'll kind of add some more elements on there. But the logo is this logo, and you would think it would be easier to fit in here, but it's a little bit challenging actually. So I'm not sure where we're going to go with this at the moment. That. And that would be like a classical approach, just throwing that boy right in the middle. I'm going to sit down now. So I was standing, so time to sit. All right. Oop. Yeah, so I'm going to throw that boy right in the middle and try to get it to the right position where it needs to go. Another cool option would be like, I saw something, and this is what I do. I just kind of go bounce back and forth until one idea is actually a little bit more solid. But I saw that over here. I saw this, and I like that. I like that. I actually have that on my own truck. So let's try to imitate that with the red and the black over here. So I'm gonna do that really quick. Make sure all these layers are locked except my design layer. There it is. And then just expand that out. I'll just draw with the pen tool. That's fine. Oop. Kind of do that number. it go down that way. And add a little anchor point over here. And add that. And then follow that body line throughout. It's kind of hard to see with this background that I have, but whatever. The truck is black. The original truck is black, so that gives me a little bit of a challenge. Not gonna lie to you. Because it would look way better, I think, if the truck was white. But I'm not gonna trip. I'm gonna find the best looking solution for this. Go. I always focus a lot when I use this tool. Sorry. I gotta stay on focus on top. Okay, cool. Alright, so that's one way of doing that. And maybe I'll add some of this grungy texture. That's another thing I wanted to do, was kind of add a cool background. I kind of want to try that, so let's do some of this. Let's copy that. Let's do some of these lines somewhere here. It's a sporty truck, so it will work. And let's kind of do some rips all through. Make sure those layers are locked. And I'm going to try to create some type of like rip effect. Like, I don't know. Some type of rip effect. Maybe this. Maybe that will work. Let me take these off. Yeah, for me the challenge right now is that the truck is black, and I find that challenging. For some reason I do. And maybe put that in red. For some reason I just am like having a hard time with it being red. I mean, with the truck being black, because it's not a regular black. It's got some like blue in it, so it's kind of crazy. The color that it has, so I'm trying to figure out a way to split it, divide it, cut this, so looks kind of cool. Let's see, back to this. This definitely has to be a brighter red and a brighter blue. And I had a wrap saved here, like wrap blue. There it is. It's like a nice, like shimmery blue. So we'll do that, and you are part of it too. So there's a nice shimmery blue, and a nice shimmery red. I'll add that onto here. Something like that. Well, let's just do flat colors for now. Let's do flat red. But in real life, I'll probably use like a really shimmery red and a really shimmery, just to match that shimmer on the actual truck. If you know what I'm saying. There it is. Just whatever matches the shimmer on the truck. There it is. Okay. So that's that. That looks cool. Not against that. It needs a little bit more swag to it. So let's follow that line. Let's follow that line. A little bit closer down here. Let's add it to the bed over here. And let's make that red. Alright, not gonna change the red. Fine. Do it myself. Alright, we got that. And we are going to bring this down a bit. Bring it to about that line right there, because I have an idea. We could use this little port area for something, like a phone number or something. And I'm going to go back to this drawing right here, and you can see that this bed is pretty long, and we can do that cut right there, and then right here, and then follow this body line all the way down there. So we're gonna follow a lot of body lines. That's kind of like the style that I like to do. I like to follow the body line of it, because it makes the wrap look a little bit more natural. So look at where the door hinge is. So that's there. So this is a little bit of a different model, because what they have is like a 2018, and this is a 20 something, 2017, I believe. And that is, yeah, does make a little bit different, but the concept should still remain the same no matter what. And give me a second, I'm gonna answer a quick text message. And let me just answer this message. Okay. This is what I do every day. Gotta answer text messages. Okay, that should work. And now we are going to go back into it. Okay, cool. Alright, so yeah, I like to follow the body line because I think it will look good. That way, and there's a lot of things I could do to tweak this, but I think we'll be fine right here for now. For now, that will work. That gives that idea across. I'll shift it back to that angle. That angle looked a little bit better. All right, yeah. So that gives the idea across, and we are going to also, let's put like a fake phone number for right now. Somewhere around here, just so we can add some of those advertising steps that need to be put into account here. So we'll put a phone number there, and what's like something like that. Or actually, let's go back to that website, and let's grab this phone number. It's easy to grab. I'll just grab it from the website directly from there, and then just take it. Oh, this is taking forever. All right, there we go. Phone number. And I believe the font we're just going to use Montserrat, something simple. And I don't like these things. I'm going to do, I think dashes will look fine, and we'll do white text. So it kind of pops out a little bit. Right? That'll work. It's a little big. So what can we do? Let's shrink that thing up a little bit, and then let's spread it out. For like designs and stuff, I always like to keep a balance of it. Let's just go with, yeah, no. That font would look best like that. And I always like to think about like, oh, body lines, this is gonna look good there, this is not gonna look good there. And I could possibly stretch this out a lot more. So I'm gonna go ahead and do 300. So it takes up more room, but isn't necessarily a bigger font. There you go. Okay. So we got the phone number on there. I think that's good. I think so. And yeah, like I said, we're trying to make it as like a little bit different than the standard truck wrap. It's gonna be a half wrap. And as long as we keep lettering there, we're pretty good A-okay on that. We still have to add the logo. Let's add this website in here because I think that was very important to them to have the website on there. So we're just adding info as we go. And let's reduce that. We don't need that. Or maybe I'll switch it up. I'll do the number here and I'll do the website here because the website can be smaller and still look pretty good. So yeah, that'll fit a little bit better. And of course, that's got to be in white. Got to make sure it looks good in white. There we go. That's my color palette right there. That's good. That's good. That's good. And then let's go back here and let's remove that. Let's just make that as big as possible. Where are my fenders gonna land? So we got this space for the website, and then it'll get wonky if we put it over here. So I really cannot put anything back there in the trunk. That would not look good. I mean, I could pop the phone number in here, but I'm going to go against that. I'm going to go against that notion and say no. I might put like a QR or something there just to kind of fill up the space. Let's go back in here, and I'm gonna actually go in here and go to my customer file. Got some of the lettering from last time, cool. And the QR, opening in W Illustrator, cool. Okay, cool, I got the QR for them. So we're gonna pop that QR. I don't know what's up with this thing. I'll pop it right there. Delete that, don't need that. There it is. There it is, and that would land right about yay. And then probably I'll put like Google, blah blah blah. The gas cap is actually there, so let's move that. Delete that and keep this over here. Okay, cool. Now we gotta figure out how to add this logo on here. Logo and phone number. Well, phone number, I think I can get away with doing something like that. Something in the bottom. Let's go back to my drawing. So if I do American Eagle Roofing up in this area here, and then phone number down there, that'll work. Now the only thing we gotta push this up somewhere around here, and then phone number right there, and I could do something like just the outline of the number. That could also look cool, but I'm gonna shrink that up so it's not overpowering everything else, and then I'll spread it out just like that, and then we'll go back to solid look, see what it's looking like. That's not bad. It's not bad. I think I like the outline view a little bit better. Oops, too much, too much. Too much, child, too much. Alright. Alright, yeah, that's one half wrap, technically half wrap design. What else do we need to add on here? Oop. They didn't want that, they just wanted the website. Maybe we'll make it look exactly like this, because they did want it to pop out a little more, so we'll just pop this same design that we had here. And we'll just make that in white, and then we'll just do that. Shrink it up a bit. And there you go. Yeah, that looks a lot better, I think. That is solid. I'm okay with that. Alright, let's save that. Okay, we are saved. Okay, cool. Alright, so that is one way to go about it, and that is just splitting it like top up. And I think this is kind of like a more sporty way of doing it, because it will give it that like sporty half, I forgot what it's called, but it's like without a ceiling type of look for trucks. So I like that. Now let's jump into like I can live with this. Now we are going to jump into this thing, and my main goal with this second design is going to be to get this like logo as big as possible. Like I really want this thing to just like terrorize everything else. So I don't know if that's the right word, but yeah, I want it to be huge. So I did like that big splatter there, but I do want this to be humongo, like big, like really big. But I just need to find the right way to turn this guy so it works. And not just works on there. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually save this truck. Actually, I'm gonna save this picture of this truck. Save as and shifty. There we go. There, download. I'm actually gonna bring this truck in here, and the reason being because I have a plan. Alright, I don't know if it's gonna look good on here, so that is why. Because it's not the same exact model, so I kind of have to shift around with this thing. So I'm gonna put it on this truck right here, and I do this a lot. I'll go back from like the real photo. It's important to take a really good photo to like this digital drawing, and that's how you're gonna get the best design, by kind of looking at the real drawing, and then the flat drawing just helps on kind of getting that laid out a little bit cleaner for understanding. Okay, cool. And yeah, but this reason it is more difficult. Like the Toyotas have these like really curved surfaces, so I really don't like Toyotas because of that, because they're so like bulgy, like the muscles on it are like very round. I don't know. I don't think they look good in that aspect, and it doesn't help a lot like doing the wrap. Like I prefer like a Ford or like a Chevy. Like the Chevys look badass with wraps, just gonna say it. But Tundras, it's kind of difficult. Yeah. But that's my bias, because I like certain types of looks of vehicles better, so I think I can design on those better. But regardless, I'm still gonna try my best over here to make this thing look fire. So let's see. And what I'm doing right now is I'm kind of going in with this logo and trying to look at the placement of it, see where it will look cool. I think it's possible to do something in the back here. It's gotta be something like, or just ignore the roofing altogether. I mean, I could do a classical one where I just put the logo, pop the logo right there. Speak Still Go. And then, well, let's try that. Let's try something simple, something a little bit, I would say a little bit like easy as far as like what people see, easy on the eyes, and what people are used to. So we'll do a big logo right there. We'll put that right there. But I'm going to change these colors to all be the same red. It's like 2 different tones of red, and yeah, that ain't going to work, son. I could print it, but it would look way better if it were all wrapped. There you go. So let's even out that red so you don't have 2 tones of red, first of all. And then we are going to sharpen up this blue a bit. Sharpen it up as in make it brighter. Get it to the right tonality that we want. Because it does have to be a lighter blue on this black truck, so that'll work. Okay. That way I can start getting more and more ideas and not have this deep blue color there that is disturbing me. Alright, so I got that. And now, gotta have this company name somewhere on here. That'd be good. Oh, I got it. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Which way are you going? Let's drag that back in. And let's follow that line. So I don't think that the tattered look is gonna work so well. At least not that one. So we're going to just slap a Actually, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make it easier on myself. I'm gonna draw a whatever this shape is called, a rectangle. I think the black with the red is gonna look the best, to be honest. But let's try blue. If maybe gray. Gray. I don't know, but we'll do that, and we'll get it about as skinny as we want it. Right there, and then we'll go ahead and skew that thing just like that. Got a perfect skew. That way I'm not having to draw the shape and thinking, oh, this is not perfect, blah blah blah. I might have to give it a little bit of a bigger skew, but I'm gonna give it a little bit of a bigger skew. So go back, there you go, make sure it's pressed on that one, and then we'll go back to the transform. Where is it? I guess I can't transform it again, so let's go back. There, and there's transform, and we'll do 30. That's what we did last time. Transform, and we'll do 45-degree angle. How's that looking? Is that sharp? Alright, I'm gonna try the 60, see if that works out a little bit better. That's dramatic. Don't know if I like that or not. No, that's too dramatic. We're gonna do 45. 45. I think that's the sweet spot right there for me. So I'll put that there. I'll pop this on top, arrange to front. There we go. Alright, so we're getting somewhere. The truck is black. The truck is black. So, I mean, the only color that I see that is possible is red, because it does have red accents already. So I'm going to go back to red. I'm going to do that. I don't see any other color combo, but if you do, let me know. That could possibly work. White could work, but when you put white, I feel like it just kind of looks a little goofy. Like, Geek Squad. That's what it's giving to me. I don't want that. I don't want that feeling associated with it. Let's pop this and make that. Ooh, black might be badass. Okay. Okay, we're getting places. We're getting places with this. I got people calling me. Didn't I? Alright. See how it angles up a bit? It angles out like that. That might be cool. But I want to keep it within the bounds, actually. Right there. Okay. And I'm actually gonna try to make this a darker red. Maybe like that. Well, we could do that. Let's make the whole logo fit in there. Why not? Let's just make it pop out. Just make it white. There it is. And we need some blue somewhere, so I'm gonna actually shrink this up. Shrink it up so it fits that logo just about right. And maybe make it a little bit bigger. It has to fit the logo. And I'm also centering the letters, so centering the logo in the middle. You can see it with the door lines, just like that. And if that, this needs to be moved, in fact, just like that. Matter of fact, just like that. Okay. All right, there you go. That is something. And now let's draw a line here. Let's do just a quick line right there. And we could pop a shade of blue on there. Okay, that works. Let me see something, because I had done a design with these similar colors. So maybe might be able to split it like that. And we had some issues with that because these had some pressure washing issues going on and some other issues, but that's fine. They were fixed. It was mainly a whatever. This is like years later. Okay, so that's that. Okay, cool. Cool. So that is why I try to avoid these panels like the plague. Too. So let's. There it is. It's weird. The logo, like the eagle and the text, it's weird to line up, but I got it. Think. All right, so I don't know. I don't know if I like this blue on here. Don't know. I mean, definitely looks cooler with the blue that I'm planning to use. So whatever. We'll stick with it, or we'll roll it that way. But this logo just does not fit in here properly, I think. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to split the difference. Okay. And kind of change their logo to fit our narrative a little bit better. What we're looking for. So put that in white. This is a process of trying to figure out what will work and what won't work. So just bear with me. I'll make it work. Don't worry. I mean, that has potential on it. That does have potential. Maybe like that. But do a mask on this so it doesn't interrupt with the flow. Society right there. Okay, there we go. And it's a lot about playing around with the colors and stuff like that. But my main goal is to make sure that this American Eagle roofing pops out. So I could even bring this. I could bring it down a little bit like that. I'm gonna take away that badge, that's for sure. Yeah, we're taking away the badges. They are just gonna get in the way, so we don't need to have it. Almost thinking that I want to turn this like psychopath like that. Like I want to avoid the bed of the tail. I mean, yeah, the bed. The bed of the truck a little bit. Avoid that. Avoid that thing. And I just need to fix these to align themselves with that. Probably should have done that first, but that's neither here nor there now. Okay. Here we go. And these type of design, it's kind of hard to talk through it because while I'm doing it, designing, so and I'm thinking of what is going to be the next step. So It is. Okay, gotta make sure that we are all in line. Make sure that that's nice and centered. Okay, what y'all think about that? Yeah, still missing a couple letterings in the back. And like I said, this is a half wrap, so I am not going to overdo it. Overdoing it would just, oops, no. Just gonna make sure all my layers are there. And then add that on there. Yeah, I don't want to overdo it. I don't want to do too much. One, because of the pricing, and two, because it's more about keeping it nice. And with a half wrap, you kind of still want to keep like those little things that make the truck special still there. Okay, that's not bad. It's not bad. We might be able to work out the colors a little bit better. Maybe do something with those colors a little bit better. I'm gonna give you guys a gradient one. There is some gradients on the thing, but I just wanted to see what it would look like when we clean it up. Clean up that logo, take that logo out of context, something like that. Alright, make sure that these are saved. So we're down to 2. We got 2. I just want to avoid the back end of this truck. It will be a pain to get this truck lined up. It's got to be in the center. Alright, so that's one way to do it. Let's go ahead and go save as. And now we're going to do a design 3. Okay. With this design, what we're going to do is we're going to kind of switch it up a bit. Move this out of the way. That out the way. And we're going to go back to like that tattered style. But I first want to try a gradient. I just want to see what the gradient looks like. I've seen this done. And it can look cool. But it can also look messy. So. I just don't know if it'll work with this truck because of the yeah, it's gotta be more of a sharp turn. The reason why I don't know if it'll work, the gradient will work with this truck, is because it is such a, I don't like that at all actually. Because it is such a special color as far as that goes. The fudge is that? Ah, dog, that ain't gonna work for me. That ain't gonna work for me. Alright, just make this red. I got a better idea. Do some stagger steps just like that. Please remove the outline. It's gross. Don't like it. Something cool like that. Some geometrical shapes. I'm gonna try to figure out the geometrical shapes that work for this thing. Alright, so yeah. It wouldn't work with a gradient because it has those like little pearlescent tones to it. It looks kind of crazy. This truck has a nice like black paint color on it, so we don't want to mess with that at all. So actually, let's go into done. Draw truck wrap. Let's see. Let's see if we get any ideas here. That's flat. That's a nice flat truck. Towards the back. You can do things towards the back. This holographic thing going on here. That's kind of cool. I might do this style. Give more sport to it. Let's do that. Just copy this vector right here, copy, let's do that, and then let's turn that into a silhouette, expand, let's turn that into red, and whatever, we're just gonna go for the back of the truck. Just gonna do something real classic, just split that joint like that, and where are the body lines? We are gonna be traveling in the right or left, I don't know. It's pretty even, so we could go either way, but I'm just gonna flow this way. Let's do that. Which way are they flowing? No, they might be flowing the other way, so let's try to flow that way. It would look cool, but I think they have a more clean look to them, so let's kind of go back. Yeah, that follows the shape of the door. That could work. That could work. Except. I don't want to wrap these panels right here, so we're gonna go over here and that. Panels right here that will not be wrapped. So let's kind of put that right there. Make sure that it's known. Those will not be wrapped. Yeah. At least they won't be wrapped on a half wrap price. Keep that like that. Keep that like that. Keep that energy like that. And keep that in black. There we go. Okay, now it's getting there. And this honestly will need a white stroke. Just like that. Pretty easy to understand that. Okay, that will cover this in red. That will not be any coverage. And a little bit coverage over here. Just like that. And what else? Push that back a little bit. Just like that. And I've been kind of ignoring the front, but that's a goofy move of mine. Why ignore the front? Well, the front could provide so much potential in the front. Let's look at it. It's the same story with this thing, though. I hate those plastic, little side things. Bruh. They're useless. Absolutely useless. They're meant to make the trucks look more aggressive. They end up looking more annoying to wrap. That's another idea. But I'm not truly convinced with that. I think I need color somewhere there. Yeah, let's put that in color. And that needs to be a bright red. Duh. All of it the same color red. Great. Trying to see if this makes any sense. Trying to make it make sense. Half wraps are very, I would say it's even harder than a full wrap. Because you're having to think, like, strategically on where this vinyl should go and what would make it look the best. And what concept is what you're trying to follow. So they can get a little tricky. And what media is going to be used and things like that. Alright, so that could work. That's actually not bad. And we said we were doing the website there, and we said we were doing what we're doing. We were doing the QR. I don't know why that moved out of place. But we're doing the QR. And we'll do it right about there as well. We'll keep that pretty much where it needs to be. And I'll do that in white, just like that. I feel like it needs a little more blue, but that could work. think of adding the USA flag there. That might look cool. So let's get a vector going. Okay, please stop. Just like a cool flag vector. This one might be cool to kind of put down there by the bumper. That might be cool. So I might use that. Oh my god, I hate all these ads. Let's just take this one. God, what is all this ads? Just ad after ad after ad. There it is. I just need this little vector. I'm just trying to test it out. I don't even know if it's going to work the way I want it to. So let's take that. Let's copy that. Let's go back over here. Take that. Let's add that somewhere there. Okay, I see something here. Some potential. Okay, we got some potential here. Okay, we got potential now for an interesting design. I would say we have a problem though with this vector not being the exact size we need, but not bad. Not bad. Maybe shrinkant version of that. Just wouldn't work back here because so much is being cut off. We really only have the middle to work with for an interesting print. But I could work off of this. I could get a couple more ideas going off of that. Trying to see if there's anything here that can actually be used. Maybe some photos of roofing. Could go back there. Alright. I'll have to look deeper into the graphics and stuff just to see what else is going on. Kind of at my limit right now. I need a break. So that's pretty much going to be it, I think, for today's session. Got one design done that I was pretty satisfied with. So we got this one done for a half wrap, and I'm pretty much done for today. So yeah, so I'll work on this later on, but I kind of have a this could be an idea. I'm not sure where it's going. So that's pretty much it for today, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys kind of got an idea of how we do the workflow. I might go back on live later again today if I figure out exactly what direction I want to head with this. But I'm June with Ray Signs. If you guys are interested in anything that has to do with graphic design, sign making, signage, we got it all here at Ray Signs. Make sure you're subscribed. And also check us out on TikTok at Ray Signs, on Instagram at Ray Signs. We tend to post daily on there as well.